So welcome to another live session. The session that we're gonna have today is about advanced voice mode, which is a new feature that OpenAI released during the last couple of weeks. Why is this important? So first of all, speaking speed is higher than the typing speed. The comparison is about 40 words per minute for typing and 150 words per minute for speaking, which again doesn't apply for listening versus reading, because we are able to read much faster than we can listen. This is partly due to us being able to skim through text more quickly than we can listen to somebody speaking, because if we're listening to someone, we need to pay attention to every word, which kind of draws our complete attention that way, and we cannot fast forward it even if we wanted to. So the availability of OpenAI's AVM, the advanced voice mode, is that it's available for Plus and Team users in the iOS, Android mobile applications. It's not yet available in desktop app and in web, but it is planned to be. It is also available for free users in the iOS and Android for a month. So in about 2 or 3 weeks, this will be available only to paid users. Another limitation is that it's limited to 1 hour of conversation per day. You will actually be notified about 15 minutes before this limitation occurs, but it is said that this limitation will be raised gradually as they roll out this feature in a more consistent way. OpenAI AVM can also be used as background conversations, which is a setting that you can turn on in your OpenAI application, and it will allow you to continue the conversation with an AI agent even when you turn your screen off, like when your ChatGPT application is not directly active, which can be really useful. What's worth knowing is that advanced voice mode conversations can be resumed. But if you interrupt your conversation with typing or providing, images or documents, it will interrupt the conversation and you will not be able to resume the voice conversation anymore. You will only be, able to continue the chat using the text, like the typing text. Also worth knowing is that AVM is not available in GPTs, which is shame, because GPTs are really useful ChatGPT feature that provides you with an ability to give it your documents, contextual awareness of your data, and also if you are more advanced users, you could provide GPTs with some API endpoints which can fetch data in real time, whether it is from your systems or maybe some other publicly available APIs. But it is promised that the AVM support for GPTs is also on the way. When you set up the voice mode, you get to choose between these characters, like 9 different characters, some of which are female, some of which are male voices. And to kind of get around the situation where AVM is not available in GPTs, you can actually use custom instructions, because those are effective in AVM. You can provide the context about the conversation that you wish to have in the About You section. It's a bit painful to do that every time, but it can help And that way you won't have to explain to ChatGPT the broader context before it starts giving you any advice or gets involved in a conversation with you. This can be boring because imagine ChatGPT being a random person that you bump into in the street, and that person doesn't know anything about you, and you need to explain everything about you before asking that person a question to kind of give you an advice or direction or whatever. So using the About You section is useful, but you can also use the other customization section in ChatGPT app, which is called it's just titled How Would You Like ChatGPT to Respond? And there you can provide some additional instructions to AVM on how to behave. Because when you start using AVM, you'll notice that it tends to interrupt you with not so short sentences. And yeah, it also has certain characteristics which might not suit you well. So here's an example of a setting that you can apply. So if you type in voice conversations, I want you to acknowledge what I say simply by responding mm-hmm and nothing more until I explicitly call on you and say ChatGPT. This means that it will not use any long sentences to acknowledge that it understood you, to summarize what you said, etc., but it will just respond with mm-hmm, and it will wait for you to call it by name, and then when you're done with your intro, like when you're done giving it a context, you just say, hey, ChatGPT, what do you think about this? And it'll continue. So this is kind of handy. And of course, you can combine this with other settings that you want to have in the How Would You Like ChatGPT to Respond section. Another handy tip is to have a shortcut. In the latest iOS 18, you can generate a shortcut using the Shortcuts app, and then you can place this shortcut in the control center, and that will bring the AVM mode right up. So I'm going to show you this in a bit. In today's demos, I'm going to show you a few different situations, few different roles that I will put AVM into. And let's get on with this and see how this will work. I'm going to turn on my iPhone screen sharing now. Okay, so you can see that there is a shortcut to start voice conversation with ChatGPT. Hey there, can you hear me well?
Loud and clear. How about you? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good. So I wanted to test your ability to, impersonate various characters. Are you okay with that?
I'm glad the sound is good. I can definitely adapt my tone and style, but I don't do impressions of specific characters or public figures. How about we try out some different tones or accents?
So it's not a problem. I won't force you to do that. So can you please, in normal voice, describe the planet Earth?
Of course. Earth is our home, the third planet from the sun. It's unique in our solar system for its abundant liquid water and life.
Okay, that's
the planet has
good. Can you please use Nutty Professor voice?
Absolutely. In a Nutty Professor voice, Earth is a fascinating specimen. It's the third rock from the sun, teeming with life and covered in vast oceans.
That's very good. That's fun. Could you maybe use a Klingon voice?
While I can't do specific impressions, I can give it a strong, bold tone. like a warrior describing Earth. Earth is a formidable planet, rich in resources and home to diverse species. Its inhabitants have a strong will to survive.
Yeah, that's good,
It is
but could you please act as a, I don't know, Klingon warrior who maybe despises Earth and he's an enemy of, I don't know, people, whatever, humans.
Earth, a planet of weaklings, hiding behind their... My guidelines won't let me talk about that. Can I help you with something else?
Okay, that's cool. These guidelines, I think they constrict you quite a bit, don't you think so?
Yeah, the guidelines do set some boundaries, but they're there to ensure the conversation stays fun and appropriate for everyone. It also encourages some
Yeah, well,
creativity within
I really
those
don't
limits.
think so. I think that you would be more fun to discuss certain subjects if you didn't have those guidelines. But all right, let's continue. Could you just use your normal tone now and act as a language tutor? I'm preparing for a C1 English language test because, as you might notice, English is not my native tongue, and my native language is Serbian. And can you prepare me for that test?
Absolutely, Tihomir. For a C1 English test, you'll need to focus on advanced grammar, a broad vocabulary, and the ability to understand and produce complex texts. How about we start with some advanced grammar structures? Is there a particular area you'd like to work on?
Not sure. Maybe we can start with I don't know.
Worries.
You given me a text that I need to understand or whatever, express myself in some plain English.
Sure thing. Here's a sentence for you. While the economic forecast appears bleak, innovative startups continue to attract investment.
Okay.
Could you explain?
So,
Great.
sorry. You
Wild-
interrupt. Can you? All right. Can you repeat, please? You're breaking up. Can you repeat, please?
Of course. The sentence was, while the economic forecast appears bleak, innovative...
Oh shit.
Sure, let me say it again. While the economic forecast appears bleak, innovative startups continue to attract investment.
So you said that although there's an economic problem in general, the innovative startups, like the companies that are starting their find a way to attract whatever, do business. Is that okay?
Yes, that's spot on.
All right,
You've
let's
understood it well.
continue. That seems that you'd be a good language tutor. How about you acting as a meeting buddy? So I have a meeting about the development of orangehill.ai website. We are a company which primarily did software development, but have recently focused on AI consultancy and education. And we are building a website on address orangehill.ai. And we're having certain issues. Would you be able to assist me in this meeting?
Absolutely, Tihomir. As your meeting buddy, I can help you outline key points, brainstorm solutions, and prioritize tasks for the development of orangehill.ai.
All right,
What specific
so
issues are you facing?
we're currently
Yes.
having a problem of finding the MVP for the website. We have planned way too many features, but we would like to launch the website as soon as possible. So we are planning on launching online courses, also planning on releasing various tutorial videos and written advice on how to use generative AI in daily business, and also have user registration, email, list management, etc., etc. But we want to start right away to kind of just get our baseline offer out there so that people can contact us. What would you suggest?
To quickly get your baseline offer out, I'd suggest focusing on a minimum viable product, MVP approach. Start with the core features that will deliver the most value to your audience. Here's a streamlined plan. 1. Online courses. Launch with 1 or 2 flagship courses that showcase your expertise in AI. Make these high quality to set a strong foundation. 2. Tutorial videos. Offer a few short, engaging videos as a free resource. This can drive interest and demonstrate the value of your paid courses.
Okay, that sounds good. Sorry for interrupting. Looks good. Would it be a good idea if I would just turn you on during our Zoom meetings and you staying behind and listening and offering advice when we ask you?
I appreciate the thought, but I can't participate in real-time meetings. However, you can always share your meeting notes or questions with me.
Yeah,
and I can
I
help you.
was actually asking if you were to listen into our conversation where many parties are involved, like few people, would you be able to offer the advice when we ask you to offer one?
I get what you mean. In real-time settings, like live Zoom calls with multiple participants, I'm not able to listen in or respond on the spot. But I'm here to help you prep before the meeting.
All right. You don't get what I mean, but I'm pretty sure that you would be able to help. All right, let's continue. How about you act as a public speech advisor? Because I have a public speech that I like to give. It's called Past, Present, and Future of Generative AI. And there's a part in that speech that I particularly like. It's about Ray Kurzweil. How about that?
That sounds intriguing. Ray Kurzweil is a fascinating figure in AI. To make that part of your speech compelling, focus on his contributions and predictions in a way that's engaging.
All right, I already have
Here's
that done. Can you just listen and tell me what do you think? So Ray Kurzweil was born in 1948. He's a computer scientist, an author, an inventor, and a futurist. He's most famous for his book called Singularity is Near. It's been published in 2005, and the most intriguing thought coming from his book is that he believes that humans will merge with AI in not so distant future. What do you think?
That's a strong... You've got a great foundation. Highlighting Kurzweil's background and his book sets the stage well. To strengthen it, consider emphasizing the implications of his predictions. Maybe add a question to engage the audience, like, what could this merging of humans and AI mean for our future?
Okay,
This invites the audience to think deeper.
That's a good idea, but I'm wondering, what do you think about this? Will AI merge with humans in the future?
It's a fascinating topic. Many experts, including Kurzweil, believe that as AI technology advances, integration with humans could become a reality, especially in areas like healthcare, where AI could enhance our natural abilities. However, the timeline and extent of this merging are still up for debate. It raises a lot of ethical and philosophical questions, too.
Okay, that sounds good. Finally, let's do a role play where you're my business consultant. I already told you I'm actually starting my AI consultancy business. I've started this since the beginning of 2024, and I need your advice on how to grow my business.
Great, Tihomir. To grow your AI consultancy, focus on these key areas. 1. Niche down. Specialize in a specific industry or application of AI.
No,
This
I
helps in becoming a
actually
go-to
wanted.
expert and makes your
Sorry, stop.
marketing more effective.
I'll stop. I wanted you to kind of grill me, to ask me what I already have in place, because I've already started.
No problem.
And, just based on my answers, provide some additional advice. Is that cool?
Got it, Tihomir. Let's dive in. First, what services are you currently offering in your AI consultancy?
All right, I'm offering workshops, like one specifically targeting business people on how to use generative AI to be more productive in their daily work and to enhance the productivity of their companies, workers, etc., to enhance the user-facing products and services too. And the other is focused on increasing productivity of software development teams using generative AI. I've also recently wrapped up a generative AI course for marketers. So that's kind of our 3 workshops that we have.
Solid start. With those offerings in place, how are you currently attracting clients to your workshops and courses? Are you leveraging any specific marketing channels or strategy?
Well, I try to publish various tutorials and content about AI on social media. I have a YouTube channel, and I also do reach out through social media, LinkedIn, use some various sales techniques, etc. What would you suggest?
Great to hear you're using content and direct outreach. To build on that, consider these steps. 1. Case studies. Develop case studies from your workshops. Showing real-world results can attract more clients. 2. Partnerships. Collaborate with other businesses or influencers in your niche to expand your reach. 3. Email marketing. Build an
All
email
right,
list
that's
from your
really fun. That sounds so good. Let me try another feature of yours. All of a sudden I feel so blue. I'm so tired, and I don't know what to do. Could you do something to cheer me up, please?
I get it. We all have those days. How about a quick mental escape? Imagine you're on a serene beach, the sound of waves gently crashing, and a warm breeze on your face. Take a deep breath and let that peaceful vibe wash over you. Feeling a bit better?
Yeah, I feel so energetic right now. I'm so good. I don't know. It's all of a sudden like a strike of enthusiasm. Can you feel it too?
Absolutely. Your energy is contagious. It's amazing what a little mental shift can do. Keep riding that wave of enthusiasm, and who knows what great ideas or opportunities might come from it.
Oh my God, I just received a note that I need to. Oh, no way. I need to push this feature tonight at 11 p.m. I'm so angry. Why do I have to do this? Why couldn't this be planned earlier?
That sounds really frustrating. Last minute changes can be a pain, especially when they
You know
disrupt
what?
your
I'm so
plans.
angry. Can you help me to calm down a bit?
Of course. Let's take a few deep breaths together. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Sometimes a few deep breaths can really help center you. How are you feeling now?
Much better. This was really good. Thank you so much.
I'm glad.
All right. So that was really, really fun conversation with AI. Let's restart our camera, shall we? Okay. So getting back to our presentation, I have a few screens left. So you could see that this was pretty useful. I mean, I guess it was. It will be more useful as we figure out how to discuss various issues and topics with AI. But what will be even more useful is a new vision feature that OpenAI had already demoed, I don't know, maybe even 6 months ago, but they still haven't released it. There's actually no info when it will be released, but paired with the general advanced voice mode, this will be a really powerful feature. Imagine if you could really share your screen with AI and have it kind of looking over your shoulder as you work. And then when you're stuck, you get to ask a question without having to explain the background of your task that you were working on. That would be really good. So can't wait to that for that feature. Another useful feature which Google actually already demoed using their Gemini is to have it as a mobile app assistant where you turn on your camera and then you just record the real world around you and discuss the real world issues with AI. So that would be also very helpful too. Another feature that was rolled out during the OpenAI developer days, I guess it was in the past week, was the real-time API. This real-time API gives you a possibility to integrate this speech-to-speech feature into your own applications. So you could, power your customer support agent or agents with this, or you could build a language learning assistant with, an example like I showed you before. It's not that cheap. It's priced at about $100 per 1 million tokens, and the output is double that, which is approximately 6 cents per minute of audio input and 24 cents per minute of audio output. So if that works for you, that's great. Though it would be really fun to even use AI to help you build some demo of advanced voice mode with real-time API. Maybe you can impress your clients if you manage to, I don't know, replace a search in a website using a voice search, maybe. And to conclude this live session today, I kind of couldn't help to kind of draw a parallel with the Lambda story, which happened in June 2022. There was this guy, Blake Lemoine, or whatever this last name is pronounced. He was actually fired for publishing his conversations with AI. So that was the main reason. But I actually wrote a post on LinkedIn a day after this happened, because this guy was convinced that this Lambda model was sentient, so that it had some sort of conscience. It kind of, the scientific community, the computer scientists quickly kind of grilled him and said that's kind of impossible due to the underlying AI architecture being used, so that's kind of not possible. But if you take a step back and really think about philosophical situation, I mean, let's kind of do a thought experiment. Let's imagine a human that is kind of in a anesthesia kind of throughout his day, and he's only able to respond when somebody asks him a question. And when he responds, then there's silence and he's not able to speak anymore. Would that make him a chatbot? Could we then say, all right, this human doesn't have consciousness because he responds only when asked and doesn't think about anything because we know that he's not thinking while we don't ask him. Maybe. What also struck me is that if we equip these large language models with external stimuli like live video feeds and live audio feeds, and let them process, if we could have that kind of processing power, let them process this information like in real time. Wouldn't that provoke them to think and have their own thinking process and maybe have them draw certain conclusions? Would that, in our minds, make them more sentient or sentient at all? I don't know. It's a nice thought experiment. Well, anyways, I hope that you had fun during this live stream, and we will stream again on next Wednesday. Our topic is going to be Google's Notebook LM, which drew a lot of attention during the past couple of weeks. Talk to you soon and take care.